Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Blessing and I am the owner of Feminine Attractions, one of the best braiding salons, wig salons, whatever you want to call it, in Houston. So today I want to talk about a very touchy topic, okay, that has the girls in a frenzy, okay? I want to talk about African braiders versus African American braiders, or Black Americans. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. So let me give y'all the backstory. So the backstory is I made an Instagram reel, just trying to figure out ways to kind of express myself. And every time I express myself on Instagram for real, I go viral. It just happens. I don't understand. So I made a reel. And I put a whole bunch of compilations of the work we do at my shop in the reel. And I said, don't go to African braiding shops. That was the cover photo. My intentions were not to get people not to go to African braiding shops. It was just to bring awareness to what people should look out for when they go get their hair braided. That's it. I'm Nigerian, okay? So I get both ends of the stick. I was born in America, but both of my parents are Nigerian. I literally get the perspective of an African American and the perspective of a Nigerian. Okay, but I'm a Nigerian shop owner, so I understand the culture of other Nigerian or African braiding shops. I understand what goes down. I understand that sometimes the braiders are not taught how to deal with the customers correctly, so things go wrong all the time. Please, if you know, you know. Let's not act like this is not a situation. Now, am I saying that African American braiders are better and no, everybody has their flaws, but I was speaking about Africans, okay? I have no idea where the topic came up to where people were in the comments changing the whole narrative, making me look like I was comparing Africans to African Americans, and I was not at all. I was just trying to let people know that sometimes the braiding shop culture most of the time is they braid too damn tight, they take your edges out, there's always a language barrier, it's always something. That's just what I was trying to tell people, to be better. Like, African shops need to do better with those types of things. Okay, that's all. And everybody just, oh my God, y'all have to go to the comments. Follow me on Instagram, Feminine Attractions. It's one of my posts. It has over 700,000 views right now. Hundreds of comments. I'm like, look, all publicity is good publicity. Don't let them tell you otherwise. So let's get into it. I made sure I wrote my subjects in the notes so I'm not just rambling. Okay, so why the names? I know they call the Africans the Africans. That's just what people do. They call the Africans the Africans. But I just want to let y'all know Africa is a continent. It's a continent, and there are several countries in Africa. So when you say the Africans, it's just so broad. It's just too broad. So it comes off as harsh. But I understand when people say the Africans, because guess what? I'm on both sides of the spectrum, okay? Now let's talk about the Africans. They call African American people Black Americans. So both sides could get offended on both little nicknames they got for each other, but I'm just here to clear the air. It's just a better way to more specify the type of Black that the person is. You're either African or you're African American, but instead Black American, whatever. Look, just don't think too much of it. It's not a huge deal. Please, let's not do too much. Now, the next question is, do they really do things differently? Now, I'm not going to say one is better than the other, but they definitely have different qualities. Like African braiders, they tend to braid faster because they like to work multiple braiders at once. So if you go to an African braid shop, you could be a walk-in because there's hella braiders in there, because that's how my shop is. I have like 13 plus stylists. So I could take walk-ins and we can get done fast and we could do extra small. You won't be there for 15, 16 hours. Yes. And then most African American braiders, they braid by themselves. They don't really like to work with other people, or they just choose not to, whatever the case. And you'll be there for a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna be there for a minute. And I feel like African American braiders specialize in a lot of trendy styles, and African braiders are more so, they do like more basic braids, still very high quality, but more basic, like knotless braids, box braids. And then, you know, African American braiders tend to have a higher creativity level. Now I'm speaking I'm not saying all Africans can't do all the, because I know a lot of Africans that can do very creative, nice styles, but I'm just saying the majority of the time, if you walk into an African shop and you show them a trendy style that you found on Instagram, I'm gonna say 5 times out of 10, they can't do it. So that's literally the only difference between the two. They both have different highs and lows with their braiding expertise. Let's say that. Again, I'm not bashing anybody, okay? I'm just gonna tell it like it is, period. A lot of African braid shops, they tend to just have random African women in there that know how to braid but don't know how to braid that well. So again, that's when you get people losing their edges. That's when you get the lack of hair care knowledge. It's just a lot of knowledge that's not being instilled into these braiders at these braid shops. And I understand, because the owner is really just trying to make money. I get it. But trust me, I know that because A, I'm African, so I know the culture of this life. Like, I know more than you guys. So do not argue with me and try to tell me I'm bashing people. I haven't tagged anybody. I haven't called anybody out. I'm just telling you guys the culture of African braiding shops. That's it. That's it. Now, are they getting better? Yes. Did I change the narrative? Absolutely. I set the tone on how African braid shops should be ran. Sweetie, ask about me. Google me. I set the tone. I made sure that anybody that came in my shop was trained and knew how to care for people's edges, new customers, all of that I instill in my braiders. So I don't, and like I said, I know braiding shop culture. Not all African braid shops focus on that aspect of the business. Period. I'm just speaking facts because I know these things. Now, again, I'm not saying every African braid shop is bad. I'm not saying any of them are bad. I'm just saying there is a lack of leadership in some of these braiding shops. And that's why people are taking losses and losing their hair in X, Y, and Z. Blah, blah, blah. That's all I was saying, in my video. I wasn't bashing nobody. I was just giving people the tea. Matter of fact, this is how it started. A lady called me on the phone. You know, I'm on Google. Somebody called me and was like, hey, I want to get my hair braided. But I don't do Africans work at your shop because I don't want no African in my head. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is an African braiding shop. But I do understand what you could have gone through because I know the culture of African braid shops. I'm sure her head, somebody was too rough in her head. They braided her hair too tight. She lost her edges. I understand that. So that narrative already sticks to African braiders off the bat. You can act like that's not true. That's on you. That's up to your whatever. But I know it's true. So when she called me, I was trying to convince her that no, I only have African braiders, but they'll, you know, I've trained them well. They'll do good, blah, blah, blah. But she was so convinced that she was just not interested. So that's when I made the video anyways, talking about things like that, just to spread awareness that we have to do better, period. And baby, the post just went up. I knew I was going to ruffle some feathers, but I didn't know I was going to ruffle all of those feathers. Like, people were literally bashing me in the comments, just talking about me like, oh, you shouldn't do this. But just talking about me like I'm talking down on people. Little do they know, I've helped so many women open braiding shops. Like, my stuff is beyond social media. Like, I help people in real life. People eat off of my business. So if you think that I'm gonna bash another business to market myself, why do I need to do that? I'm a boss for real in real life, not just this Instagram stuff. I'm really a boss in real life. Like, I real life write checks every week, multiple ones. So don't do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I put people on naturally. So we're not gonna do that. Act like I'm bashing somebody or taking food out of somebody's mouth. Bye. And you know, I can relate, again, I can relate to everything because I was born in America, but I'm 100% Nigerian. So I can speak on this topic confidently, okay? Now, all in all, we're gonna end this video real quick. All in all, all black braiders, we're just gonna call them black braiders. All black braiders are very talented and do well, okay? There's a certain type of black braider that does certain things very well, and there's another type of black braider that does certain things very well. You just got to choose who you want for what you want. That's it. They're both good. So all in all, I want you guys, if you enjoyed this video, I want you guys to like, comment, share this post, hit that subscribe button, ding, 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 ding. And you guys have a wonderful day. And don't forget, we sell wigs. If you want my wig vendor, or if you want to learn how to curl a wig in detail, I do have YouTube videos that show you. But if you're somebody that wants a full-on voiceover, step by step by step by step, visit my website and order my curling tutorials. Okay, it's gonna get you together. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye.